as like on the fight night as well, sparring 3 rounds, having 10-15 minutes on a bike, then back in, doing pad work, 3 rounds pad work, then back on the bike again, then 3 rounds spar, doing like that. So, which is exactly how it's going to work out on the night, especially for me, because I've taken this route, which is obviously fight after fight after fight. I'll get no big rests in between. Whereas like people like Bammy, he'll fight and he can wait, for a few fights and until the final and this, that and the other. So it's all gone well though, all gone very well.
And injuries and everything cleared up. You had pretty bad injuries over your career, sort of stop at the start, really.
Yeah, mate, it's that's the one thing that's just worrying me about the night in itself. Getting marked up in the first one or getting cuts and bits and pieces. So, I've got to keep myself well protected. Well, I can't start rushing in like a lunatic because people like Nigel Wright will pick you off. So I've got to be very controlled, very professional about it, and hurt him when I get to him. So that's what I want to do. But the injury side of things in training has been absolutely, nothing. So there can be no excuses there.
You've obviously watched the other 2. One was really like,
Well, you say that, but no, I didn't.
Oh, right.
I didn't watch either. So it's all new to me. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, I'll just listen to what was said. People have told me about it and this and the other. But yeah, this is a different tournament. I feel just through the fighters that are in it. There's a little bit, I think, better, the better sort of level of fighters, and there's got to be, you're all good pros fighting each other, so you can't then go back to, fighting at a silly amateur pace and this, that and the other. It's going to be a pro fight, but fought at obviously a little bit faster pace because you've only got 3 rounds to do it. So, it'd be an interesting night.
Yeah, but your own career, how much of a thing has it been with your dad sort of being a world champion?
Obviously the early part of my career is very hard. Amateur, it's very hard because everyone's, trying to, compare the 2. But now, obviously, I've sort of made my own statement, if you like. People have seen me fight. They think, oh yeah, he's hungry, he's game. Whereas I think before, when you're early in your career, people think he's just doing it because his dad's done it, and blah blah blah, and all this. You don't get credit. But I've always wanted to do it for myself and for to achieve the best I can achieve, and that shows in my fights. The grit, determination, the strength, the way I train, I'm always in great shape, and so now, and obviously winning the English title, the Southern Area title, has put me up to a little bit of a better, stamp, if you like. People look at me and go, oh no, he's all right, he's a good fighter in his own stead, So, and they don't really mention my dad so much, whereas before it was, oh yeah, Ross Minter, Minter's son. It's now, oh yeah, Ross Minter, oh yeah, he's a good fighter, blah blah blah. And my dad don't really sometimes get mentioned, which is strange. And then it'll come out, oh yeah, he's Alan Minter's son, so it's it's not a problem now. It's obviously it's been very hard, in the past, but there you go, just get on with it,
You're just about almost turning 30 now. What's left in Ross Minter?
Well, to be honest, obviously you're as old as you feel, and I feel great, at the moment. I'm, it depends on how many hard fights you had, and I don't think I've had that many. I've obviously, my last couple have ended horribly, but they weren't great fucking fights, you know what I mean? Like some fighters have. So, it all depends, every fight I'll come away from, and I think about my career and see what's there for me, what's offered for me, and just go on, and I'll just keep going on until I enjoy it, until I stop enjoying it. So it's it's all just a step at a time, but I feel really good, and I feel young, and no problem at all.
And if you're a betting man, what odds would you have on yourself for tomorrow night?
I don't know, because I'm not a betting man, but you know, the way that the tournament's worked out, it looks a very hard route for me. So I thought maybe my odds will drop, or get better odds, you know, on me if you like. But I would say to people, you know, don't count your chickens, because there's a good fighter in Rossman, and he's going to show it tomorrow night.
A big thank you to Steve Conway, Ross Minter and Ted Bammy for appearing on this podcast, and of course Kev Taylor. I'm Will Hale, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.